Hi everyone, welcome to Hummingbird Spirit Rising. Today I'm going to do a full moon reading. I believe it's a super moon and it's in Aquarius on the 1st of August, and for the UK, British summertime, it's at 7:31 p.m. So I'm going to start off with, let's start off with oracle cards today. I'm going to start off with the Power of Surrender oracle card. So the full moons are, it's where things come to fruition, releasing the old so that you can have a clean slate for when the new moon comes. Let's see what we get today. So Power of Surrender oracle card to start with. We have surrender to your intuition, which I will put, we'll put it there. Do I want one more? Yeah, let's do one more. I'm going to use quite a few oracle cards today and just minimal tarot cards if possible. Surrender procrastination. Shall we put them there? Yeah, I'll put that one there. Okay, and let's now get a Moonology oracle card as well. I might move the cards as I go actually, because I haven't planned how I'm going to lay them out, so we'll see. So from the Moonology deck, you have two. You have surrender to the divine. I'm going to move this here actually. Yep, surrender to the divine and don't let pride get in your way. And a new start is coming. So hopefully you can see those. We'll get into the tarot cards in a second. I'm not going to read from the Moonology deck, but I will just read these messages here from the Power of Surrender deck. So surrender to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings or aha moments that come through to guide you. And the Surrender Procrastination card says, now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. I can see a fly right by the camera, so if you see a weird little thing, weird little object in the view, then that's what it is. So I would say from these cards, there's definitely something that you want to start, and maybe you may not be listening to your intuition or your guidance. So let's use the Spellcasters deck for the main card. So we're going to get the main theme, focal point, heart of the matter, the main thing that we need to know. And I can see that these cards are not showing up, are they? Let's move them up slightly. I don't actually have OCD, but I think sometimes I show slight OCD tendencies, and yeah, you still can't see them. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Can always come back to it. So the main focal point with this full moon, we have, oh, that's interesting. We have the 9 of Cups and it's with the 8 of Cups. So I would say that definitely relates and connects. It's about leaving something behind to pursue a wish, a dream, something that will make you feel satisfied, happy. And I've just realized, as often happens with me nowadays, is that, so this is the Spellcasters deck, and this one was hiding in there. This is from the Everyday Witch deck, Ace of Wands. That's a new start. So that I take that as a sign. I'll put that back. Right, so hopefully there's no other little ones lingering around in there that shouldn't be in there. Let's get your energy coming into this period of the full moon and within this situation, whatever it is. Absolute ton of cards came out, so I'm going to try that again. The Emperor came out, and that seems relevant to me, but we'll see what else comes out. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands as your energy. So I'd say you're deliberating something. Yeah, you're trying to figure something out, maybe figuring out what path to take, what choice to make. Let's look at any external energies that might be impacting things. And I'm going to put this one in the middle, your energy, because I guess you're at the heart of things. So let's look at any external energies, whether it's a situation, a person, just an energy that could be impacting things. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And let's look at any guidance or advice. So this is more along the lines of a mini reading today. And I can see that fly flying right over, or whatever it is flying over the Nine of Pentacles. I don't know if that's coming up on camera. Strange. So any guidance or advice? The Ten of Pentacles has come out quite clearly. And then we've got a couple more, but I think I'll leave them. The Five of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay. There's something about stability here. Maybe the connection between stability and emotion, possibly. Right, let me move these cards around because it is bothering me that you can't see them properly on camera. So I'll leave those there where they are. And if these can fit up here, kind of. They might hang off a little bit, but as long as you see the actual words, that's the main thing. Okay, I think that's okay, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. All right, let's get into clarifying these cards now with the Everyday Witch Tarot. So looking at the main theme, I mean, as I said, full moons, it's about releasing the old for the new. And there's clearly something here with that main theme, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, that you are leaving something behind, that where there's something missing probably to get the ninth cup. So let's get clarification on that. These cards are really a bit of a jumble today. I don't know if you're feeling a bit jumbled with whatever it is you're pursuing. I mean, it does say surrender to your intuition. Don't let pride get in your way. Surrender procrastination. So there might be a bit of difficulty trying to move ahead or make a decision. Right. Okay, the Ace of Wands has come back out again. The one that was in stuck in the spellcaster's deck. So there's definitely some kind of new start. And yeah, you've got the Knight of Cups. So it's something that a dream, but whatever it is something that you feel passionately about, you feel inspired by, and your heart feels connected to it. It's a heart's desire. What is this potentially? I mean, if it's a general reading, a collective reading, it could be anything. If it resonates with different people, it's going to be something different for everyone. But is there anything specific here, or is there any more that we need to know about this? You have the Empress. It's something that will probably be quite abundant. And because the Empress is pregnant, it's potentially something that's growing. It's in a gestation period. And maybe you are waiting for it to come to fruition. Let's look at your energy, first of all, which is the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is something where it's very likely that you've already invested time and energy and your effort into this, because the Seven of Pentacles is there. That's usually not at the beginning of something. I mean, it could potentially be where where you're considering starting something if it's worth it. But I would say it's more likely, especially with the Empress there looking, this one's a pregnant Empress, then always pregnant. It's something that you've already invested in. You've got the Two of Wands there, so it could be deciding which direction you want to take this in, or there's a choice to be made within the situation. But let's get further clarification on that. And that bird, Seven of Cups has kind of come out, but not in enough of a way that I want to take it. So that's, again, that's looking at different perspectives. Confusion, that would be to do with making a choice. Is it something that's worth it based on how you feel? You've got the bird here in the Two of Wands, which is a messenger. To me, that's referring to your intuition, surrender to the divine. So divine, that could be divine guidance, or just a fated opportunity possibly, but let's clarify it properly. They're still not coming out clearly. The cards are kind of jumping, flicking a little bit, but not clearly. That may be how you're feeling. Yeah, the Chariot's here, and in this particular Chariot card, she's trying to choose a path, but she's not sure. She's deciding which way to go, and she's thinking it over. She's definitely thinking it over. Let's get a little bit more. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Death card. You might be needing to do something that puts you in the spotlight, and you might be concerned about that. You might be worried about it. Let's get another clarifier for that. The Hierophant. You could fear leaving something behind because death is there. You might have concerns about having to leave something behind, or you're going to have to cut ties with the old, whatever the old is for you, whether it's a person, a place, a situation, a job, to put yourself in the spotlight. You've got the Hierophant there, which it's the teacher. It's a learning card of learning, teaching. Because you've got the Queen of Wands there, you might be the one where you're going to be in more of a leadership role or a teaching role or something, where people look to you, look up to you possibly. And maybe that's a bit intimidating. I may look at that Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way card, and it does come up a lot. Let's have a look at it quickly. It does come up a lot for me. Full moon in Leo. Okay, it says, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? And we've definitely got stuff about the heart, a lot of stuff about the heart here. Leo energy is all about the heart, and we are currently in Leo season, aren't we? Because it's August. We're still in Leo season, and Venus is retrograde in Leo, I believe. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed, More love and thoughts for the greater good are a solution to the dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of people around you. This will help all of your relationships. Okay, so there's a possibility here that you, as I say, you might be needing to do something more along the lines of helping people, assisting people, being a guide for people, or just somehow being in the spotlight. And for whatever reason, I don't know, it might concern you, or there's something there. Additional meanings for the card. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed, works are magic. A friendship may be ending now. When the full moon comes into Leo, it can be a wonderfully bright time where people feel more confident to show the world their talents and assets. That's the upside of this lunation and of this card. However, take note that the Leo full moon combination creates a sort of tension between your needs and the needs of people in your networks. Leo full moon is a time to release pride, and this is it's not just for the Leo full moon, it's for any time that you pull it. Let's look at the external energies and see what those are. So this external energies are the 9 of Pentacles. That's a comfort zone. It feels like a comfort zone. That's where you already have the stability and everything you need. But do you have everything you want? And she's kind of isolated. I mean, this Nine of Pentacles, I always feel like she looks really sad and lonely, to be honest. Like, she's got a beautiful garden behind her. She's abundant, but she looks very, very lonely. It could be that you're going to pursue something that will put you in the spotlight, but it is going to be a lonely path, possibly. That's another way to look at things. If it's not to do with something where you're going into the spotlight to help other people. It depends on your circumstances, and as I always say, feel free to leave comments to let me know if it resonates with you. Right, Nine of Pentacles, we've got Temperance, so that's harmony, balance. What are we balancing? What are we harmonizing? Eight of Cups. That's come up twice, so that's something to do with what you want. Okay. Or what your heart wants. But this is an external energy, isn't it? Okay. Let's get more clarification and then I can look at it a bit more. So we have the Devil and the Strength card. I feel like those two coming out together are resistance. Strength is usually having strength and courage. But with it being with the devil is things that hold us back. So it definitely feels like some kind of resistance. This is an external energy. It could be to do with independence. If you are going to be a guide of some sort, or you're going into the spotlight to do something that will somehow help or inspire other people, it could be helping them to gain their independence. Because the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence as well. You've got Temperance, which is balancing, harmonizing. Eight of Cups is leaving something behind to get the Ninth Cup. And the Devil and Strength to me is resistance. So you could be potentially assisting in some way, shape or form people who are resistant to change and getting their own independence. Because that is the external energy, isn't it? And I did say the Hierophant here is a teacher. The Queen of Wands is the spotlight. Okay, Two of Pentacles. This is a very, very general reading. You will know what this means, but it's not giving an exact specific situation. Ten of Pentacles is guidance here. So we have the Ten of Swords, and that Seven of Cups is back. With that procrastination card, this is where you potentially could be helping other people to overcome their sense of procrastination. There may be an element of it for you as well, but it could be that you're helping them and helping them to overcome their pride as well. Let's get a bit more on that Ten of Pentacles, which is the guidance. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Moon, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Cups. I think there's an element of balance here between focusing on what your heart wants, but also legacy. The word legacy is coming to mind. You do need to take care of your stability as well, but legacy is the word that that is coming up for me. Yeah, legacy. Yeah, so you're having to let go of the old things that didn't benefit you. It's a common theme in tarot. I would say with this Seven of Cups, it might be confusing for you. The moon's there as well. It might be a bit confusing for you, but you do need to follow your heart and what your heart wants. And then you've got this Nine of Wands. So it may not come easily, or you may have already had some struggles, but Nine of Wands, it is struggles, but it can be resilience as well. And then the King of Cups, again, that's following your heart. This person can also be an advisor, someone who's very compassionate and sympathetic. Let me have a look at that Surrender to the Divine card. I should have just read them from the beginning, shouldn't I? So that's just full moon in general. Okay. See if I can find it, because this book just has a unusual order. Okay. Surrender to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point of conclusion or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. This does make sense because there is a lot about wishes and emotions and what your heart wants here. The odds are in your favour as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. It says, I am getting the answers I need. Additional meanings, a wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Yep, that theme's come up as well. And then you've got that new start is coming. The full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to questions asked during the new moon. And pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. So that heart-based, following your heart stuff, that's your intuition as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say here. Let's get some more cards of guidance. We're going to use the Sacred Destiny. Let's get some guidance from the Sacred Destiny cards. I guess the main advice here is to follow your intuition. As I say, that's a common theme in tarot, and to be honest, it can be a bit annoying. I mean, even I get a bit annoyed sometimes when the advice is follow your intuition, but that's what it is. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. Again, with this card, don't let pride get in your way, whatever that pride is. But strong sense of follow your heart. Let's see what else comes up. Okay, so Sacred Destiny, what do you have to tell us about this to bring things together? You have miracles, so that could be something that you didn't expect to happen, or you've wished it for a long time, but you didn't think it was going to happen, actually comes to fruition. Let's put that there. Have faith is what comes to mind with that miracles card. Anything else? You have flexibility. So I would say that's where that pride thing comes in, of not letting your pride get in the way. You may have to be flexible with regard to people and situations. You've got solitude. So I would say the solitude card probably relates to needing time to make any decisions, think things over, because there were the cards, the two of wands was there, Seven of Pentacles. You know, give yourself a bit of space to think things over. And then gateway. Gateway for me is where one thing leads to something greater than you could imagine. And then you get a release on the bottom of the deck as well. Let's get Queen of the Moon card and see what guidance that gives us. Okay, that was very quick. Peace. That theme has come up a lot for me recently. Let me get you one more and then I'll say, oh, attraction. Yeah, I'll get one more. I don't know if I'm going to read these, but let's see. To be honest, these are pretty self-explanatory, so that's why I chose them. Nourishment. Should we get one more since the other one had 4 as well? Oh, we get 2. We have creation and darkness, and I'm going to have to read the darkness card. Right, so the peace card, as I was saying, that element of peace has come up a lot for me recently. I've just kind of decided that it's not too much for me to ask for, that I want to manifest. Again, I keep saying that word, does my head in with it being overused. But yeah, 100%, I want to manifest peace in everything I do. I think the main thing I want to manifest peace in is work situations, because I think sometimes we often think that it always has to be a struggle with work, and it's kind of like, well, why can't it be peaceful? Why does it have to be so hard? I mean, yes, it can't be peaceful all of the time, but is it too much for us to ask to manifest peace within our work situations? I don't think it is, to be honest with you. So it could be you needing to focus on peace. That's something that I'm doing. Focus on peace, and then you will attract peace, whether that's peace of mind, peace within making a decision, peace within a situation, peace within a job, relationship, family life, home life. Focus on that, and that may help you to attract peace. Nourishment, to me, taking care of yourself. I feel that if you focus on peace and taking care of yourself, then it will help you to create things that really are in alignment with you. And that's where the miracles could come about. Once you're feeling peaceful and you're well taken care of, you can potentially bring miracles about, because you're relaxed and everything flows. The darkness card I'm going to have a look at. Oh, look, this is a card of miracles as well, in a sense, the unexpected, blue moon. Let me just read that darkness card, because I cannot remember. I think it's could be to do with shadow work, but let's have a look and then we will wrap things up. Right, darkness. You are entering a time of introversion. You got that solitude card. A leaner time, or a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. That relates to the Two of Wands, because Two of Wands can be strategizing, planning. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. It says the darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. One of the earliest human fears is said to be a fear of the dark. We fear what we can't see, and we fear what may be hiding. In reality, the dark is as important as the light. In nature, there are many nocturnal animals that go about the business of living under the moon, not the sun. The darker times of the lunar and seasonal cycles signal a time to naturally turn inwards, to stay close to home, to look closely at ourselves, and to plan for the light. In the northern hemisphere, the long night moon usually occurred in December around the winter solstice. This is when the nights are indeed long and the hours of sunshine short. It's cold and people would begin to be snowed in. It is during these long nights we can begin to do our shadow work, undertaking the self-reflection needed to identify what isn't working for us and what might be causing us pain. This could be a bad habit, a destructive pattern, a recurring useless fear, or anything that holds us back from being the best we can be. Once we see these aspects of ourselves in the dark, we can simply decide whether they must go. We can decide to release them once and for all. We get to transform. With that huge focus on the night, right, so in the UK it's summer here, but there may be something relevant for you with the evenings, how you spend your evenings, and sort of doing your shadow work in the evenings possibly, or at night, or you might want to keep a dream diary, take notice of your dreams. Sometimes you can do like a I forgot what it's called now, something like a thought dump. Like it's basically journaling, but you dump all of your thoughts for the day, negative, positive, whatever, and release that energy. And maybe nighttime might be key here, of releasing and contemplating what it is you need to release. Just trying to see if there's anything else that comes up with that. Yeah, nighttime might be a good time for self-reflection. Hopefully you have quiet time at night. You might not, but if you do have quiet time at night, then use that for self-reflection, to release anything, and then that will help you to be clearer, if you're not already clear about what your heart desires and what direction to take. So that's it for now. If it does resonate, or whatever way it resonates, please let me know. Thank you for watching, and take care until the next reading.